This beautiful painting of the Carmel area is $4,000. It is a 30 by 48. I've sold paintings this size for $14,000. I need approximately $4,000 to make my final payment on a trial home modification. When I make that final payment, the back payments that I'm in arrears will be eliminated, and I will start off with a clean slate, and it's called a trial home modification. Now, this particular painting was a Thank You God painting. I do prayer paintings for people, and I offer up the painting I'm doing. I will be composing a song at the same time many of the times. I'm a great believer in Jesus' heart of divine mercy. But beyond that, the concept of God's infinite mercy and love and forgiveness. In 2005, I went through some hard times myself physically. And I ended up literally being crippled for a while almost. But it was a blessing in disguise. I became closer to God, and I love that space, that place. And it's been directing my life ever since. To use my creativity to give praise to God, to pray, and to reach out with God's love and kindness. To focus on Christ's words that he spoke while here on earth, and his commands of love, his 3 commands of love, which include the new one, John 13:34, love your neighbor as I have loved you. Years ago, I met a young lady from Australia, and she had a bucket wish to see the lone Cypress. I just got back from Lourdes, France. I shared Lourdes water with this young lady who was around 13 at the time, and her condition improved. When she was 21, she was in danger of being taken off the list. I did a prayer painting of the lone Cypress inside a moon gate. Not only did she be put up on the list, but she went on to have a double lung transplant. She was 21 and she's 38 now, and everything is functioning the way it should. She's also studying in a university in Australia to do hospice work, which she was doing, but she wants to become more of an expert in that area. What is unique about this painting? It encompasses a lot of areas that are special to people in this area. For the golfers, you have a bit of the Pebble Beach golf course. That's the 7th hole over in that corner. And if you run along, there are more golf holes. And you come up to Carmel Beach and Carmel Point. Robinson Jeffers Hawk Tower, the Butterfly Home, Carmel Valley, Carmel River Beach. And there's a ray of light coming down from the sky, and it falls on the Carmelite Monastery and Monastery Beach. And you continue on to Point Lobos and so forth. There's a beautiful luminosity in the piece. In the background, you can lightly hear a song I wrote called Dawn while working on this painting. Now, once again, it was a thank you painting for people who did very well. Among them at the time, Ruben Baez. I prayed with him for a couple of years, really. I told him you have to be persistent and have faith. And he loved Mary. He's very fond of Pope Francis, and he was from Argentina. He had a form of Parkinson's where he was shaking terribly. He could not comb his hair, do anything, hardly walk. Something happened and it was like it disappeared. He could do all of what he could not do before. There was a lady in the same rest home that I visited today. She had tumors that disappeared. And she's another dear friend. I do a fair amount of work where I spend time with people who are old and infirm. I took care of my own mother till she passed away at 99 as primary caregiver in my home. Now once again, this beautiful painting is $4,000, which would be the price of a 24 by 30, not a 30 by 48. And in the sky you'll find a theme that will echo in my paintings occasionally. And it's a suggestion of mother and child, of Jesus and Mary. And the ray that shines down by them again goes to the Carmelite Monastery. I've been very much involved in doing paintings of Mary. My grandmother and my mother were all had a strong devotion and love of Mary, and that was handed down. As a child, I would have to kneel down and say the rosary every night with them. I lived a couple miles from church, and I'd walk there as a child to go to morning mass, which I loved. I do believe this painting has positive energy to it too. Sometimes some of my works that I offer up for someone seem to have curative effects on other people who I'd sometimes will loan them to, or they'll end up in their collection. Dawn, 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 the time to give praise to the Lord.